My dad is 92 years old, and every Friday they get pizza, and he does it online on his phone. And I said, Dad, why don't you call? I said, Greg, I get misunderstood. They put me on hold. They always get the order wrong. I just go online. He's 92 and he's got a phone in his hand, order a phone. And the bottom line is it's much more convenient.
And it's easier. It doesn't matter how old you are. It's easier. Yep.
It's
Yeah.
pragmatic.
So,
It's pragmatic.
yeah. So let the seller be the guide and not the controller of all data. If you're a business today and your only way to order is via the phone, there'll be another store in your location next to you because it's not going to be you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it goes back to what you just said at the beginning. The buying experience, it's up to you, the seller, to create. And I think that's why these stats are so bad, because a lot of sellers, they're just asking me for time on something that I don't have a time for. I don't know. Each of us is getting a lot of these emails every day, right? And I'm asking myself, why are you asking me for 10 minutes even though you know it's a lie?
Yeah.
That's the first red flag in selling process.
Yeah.
Why are you
Well, I only
liking
have
me?
one question and there's 8 in me now.
10 minutes, even though we know it's not 10 minutes. Even if the 10 minutes would be a right time, why are you asking me for my time without even offering anything? Like, I don't know
Yeah.
you. And you know
Yeah.
I'm busy as you are. Why you do it? And you know what?
Yep.
If I would get this, 1 out of 10 emails like this, no, it's other way around. I'm getting 9 out of 10 like this. I'm like, that's a bad experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't do this. Don't ask people for time if they don't have it without offering anything. So I'm telling
Yeah.
my sellers, you got to act like someone who is helping people. It's not about asking for a meeting on the first occasion. No, nobody will do this unless there is a disaster going on in the company and somebody's
Right.
just like
Right.
asking for,
Yeah.
Something
yeah,
immediately.
just
Yeah.
I need to survive. Just give me
Uh,
that. But that never happens.
I hear these great bluebird, someone just dropped in my lap and they spent $1 million. That hadn't happened to me. If the three of us threw our credit cards on the table, we could build a multi-million-dollar business because cloud has made it affordable. But what that means is that 150,000 businesses are born every day. We used $50 million worth of AWS services. I don't pay $50 million for that, right? When I started Hyperos back in 2007, I had to go to Rackspace. And my biggest impediment to growth was the money to be able to afford a hosted solution for the big companies, right? That was reliable, that had, had rollover, had data security, had disaster recovery, etc. That cost me a fortune. I left there, my bill is $1 million a year, right? And that infrastructure, I got more now and I don't pay that. And so what that's done though is that has created a ton of noise. And every one of them are emailing, and every one of them are polluting your inbox. So we all just kind of look at all those emails and delete them all. And you have to be able to use your kind of company where you create creating a community around RevTech where the buyer can come to you and learn about different things you guys have thought was important. You've filtered down the market, and I can learn about RevTech through you. And then if I have interest, I'll go to the website and I'll begin to learn more. And then if I reach out at that point in time, I'm a real buyer. Please don't put me in the SDR process where I was 7 months ago and ask me those 3 questions. I'm educated. I went to RevTech. I learned a lot. I went to Omedym's website or any other people you guys have profiled. I learned more. Dude, that's interesting. Let me call these 2 or 3. I want more information. And then they put me through the gauntlet of the stupid process. Or I start getting the ridiculous gosh darn emails you just referred to. It says, hey, Greg, I need to ask you one question. And inside the email is 20, right? I hear your point. I just wonder, common sense should say 20 years ago, we did that because we were in control and the metrics were such that in order to get our bonus, we had to hit those MQLs or activity or email. New game now, new game. Those score the same.
Thanks for validating what we're doing here, because that's part of
Thank
the
you.
intent of like, there's too much going on. There's too many companies, too many potential tools, too many silos in the go-to-market. Like, how do you start to do this? But I think your point about AWS is really interesting. And I think AI is doing the exact same thing.